What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is a reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
Now, we know that this is MLK birthday. If you don't have good voice recognition, that was MLK Jr. Speaking about the kind of stuff that actually got him killed. Wasn't I Have a Dream? The reason I bring that up is because 45, 50 years ago, this was going on. This was a part of the U.S. government and how they got down. A few months back, I talked about black farmers getting reparations from the United States government because of this very same thing. So it took them 40 to 50 years to even pay these people back for what they did to them, knowing that the people that they started with, only a few of them made it through this whole arduous process to make it 40-something years later, to still be able to feed and clothe themselves farming under these kind of conditions and circumstances. I'm saying all of this, and I'm hoping you listen to all of that to understand that this is what Martin Luther King died for. And if it's still going on today, and he was talking about it that far ago, why do you think that anything has changed? Because what he's talking about just, in a sense, got acknowledged and tried to get quote-unquote fixed by the government recently. So the things that they're doing now and have done in the last 40 to 50 years, they haven't acknowledged yet. The things that are going on today, they haven't acknowledged yet. People forget that, I think it was something Lee Jackson. I can't remember the young brother's first name. Part of the reason they had to march on Selma was because the police killed a teenage dude. Police killing a teenager, people galvanizing and marching about it and using it as a catalyst to bring up the debate of race in America. Is that anything that sounds like it happened in a recent few years? You know, did people make a movie called like Fruitvale Station about a cop killing somebody? I mean, George Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin, okay, he wasn't a cop, but you get the gist of the story. The young brother who got rolled up in a mat and the police officers don't know nothing. A young man got killed in I think not too far from Jasper, I believe, in Texas recently. And nobody knows anything. Let me explain this to you. And I bring up Martin Luther King because this is his day, also to bring up something about the church and business. You see, he said we was going to march to get a check, aka reparations, aka you going to pay me what you owe me for undermining my progress. That's what the movement was about. When you say, when you can't tell us as black people you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps while you are economically undermining everything we do. And then subsidizing everything everybody else does. That's on purpose. The families that receive reparations for what was done, you got to know how many countless of those farmer families didn't get a damn thing because they ran out of business. They had to do something else because they crushed their business. And we as black people have to take fault in this, because you know what? We should be buying from our own. Their milk don't taste better than our milk. Their steak don't taste better than our steak. Their corn don't taste better than our corn. Their apples and oranges don't taste better than our apples and oranges. Do you understand where I'm going with this? I hope you do. Now I'm moving on to the church. See, here's what you forget. They use the church as a galvanizing force to move the people forward, push the people forward. We're using the church to push the pastor forward. You see how backwards that is? Now, if you want to go to church and you want to say you're a Christian or whatever, Jesus didn't ask for a Bentley or a stallion or a castle. He asked that the people follow him to a better life and afterlife. Yeah, you could put him on a pedestal, but he had his hands down to pick you up, to get on it with him. We're exalting people and pushing them up on a pedestal. And these people are not pulling anybody up. All right? So my thing is, if you're going to respect Martin Luther King, and you say, this is a respectful day, we need to start talking about the real Martin Luther King, not the one that people told us was Martin Luther King. Not when we know for ourselves there's a difference. We need to start putting out the different side that people act like they don't know. And when I say they act like they don't know, I actually mean they act like they don't know. Okay? I'm out.